Hey, welcome everyone to Wizards Outlook. We got Raymond Lyons here, Ricardo W. Jr., Wilson Tarby Jr. The Washington Wizards snapped their 16-game losing streak with a wire-to-wire win over the Utah Jazz, 133 to 110. Things got a little shaky in the fourth quarter as they gave up a 23 to 2 run to Utah there, and for a little while I didn't know what we were going to be talking about. Sharif Cooper kind of steadied the ship a little bit. Before I pass it on to you guys, um, Will Riley and Juju Reese both had a double double in tonight's game. That's the first Wizards rookie duo to do so in a game since John Wall and Jordan Crawford had one back on March 23rd, 2011. I don't. You guys decide what to take from that. But again, since 2011, for two Wizards rookies to have a double double in the same game. Carlos, we'll start with you and then Ray. Just your thoughts on them? They started off this road trip with the win.
Just a dominant performance from the entire team. I like the balanced attack throughout the night. Um, Julian Reese, Julian Reese was just dominant, and he did it with just through, you know, lunch pail, dirty work type of game. It wasn't, you know, top of the key to do your thing, break guys down, all that. It was just through a good old fashioned crashing the boards, lob plays, rolling to the basket, offensive rebounds, offensive putbacks, post ups, lob, like just a variety of things. And the Jazz struggled; they struggled to do anything with it. Finished with 26 and 17. He was knocking on the door of a 2020 game, man. He was big time. Will Riley, man. Like I keep saying it, man. He he gonna make a couple wings expendable, man. Like, they better get their act together, man. That young boy nice. He know how to play, and with his size and his ability and his IQ and his feel for the game, that's just hard to find for somebody. It's hard to find for a veteran, let alone somebody that young. But I think the balanced attack is just obviously overwhelmed the Jazz, who are obviously playing without a lot of their top players. But they ain't the Wizards' fault. They both kind of in the same boat, and you could tell the Wizards players wanted to show that it's a difference between us and them, and that's what they kind of went out and did. You know what I mean? And it was just great to see. Reese and Riley kind of did their thing, especially in the first half, and then Sharif Cooper took over in the second half. Him and Jaden Hardy. But I like how Sharif Cooper was just setting the table. Even during that run in the fourth quarter where the Jazz got back in it, I think they was down like 12 or 13, Sharif Cooper. And that's what we always talk about, being a point guard, taking control of the game, understanding tempo, knowing when to go fast, knowing when to slow it down. And that's what he did. But then making the players around you better. And then when the opportunity presents itself, score. And that's what Sharif Cooper did great in the fourth quarter. I think he scored 13 of his 17 in the fourth. And that created a separation where it allowed the Wizards to win this game the way they did. Instead of the Jazz really just chipping away, and then late in the game, we have a close game. You know what I mean? He didn't allow it. And they really couldn't stay in front of him. He was breaking them down that wheel and touching the paint. And if he wasn't scoring or throwing a lob to Reese or somebody, he was finding open shooters, man. So all in all, like I said, man, just a great all-around team effort. Everybody chipped in and got this win for the Wizards.
Right.
Yeah, not too much to add. Just definitely a balanced effort. 7 of the 9 guys that suited up scored in double figures. The Wizards, they just kind of imposed their will. The points in the paint was crazy for both teams. The Wizards had 70 points in the paint. The Utah Jazz had 72. But the Wizards had 22 second chance points against Utah's 10. And they out-rebounded them by 16. So that was pretty much, one of the differences in the game. The Wizards were just more aggressive and more cohesive as a unit. And like you guys pointed out in the fourth quarter, when the Jazz, they were just trying to make it respectable at that point. Sharif Cooper came in and, just kind of steadied the ship, directed traffic, and just held them at bay to just go ahead and get the win. But yeah, Will Riley, he's coming. Um, they somebody gonna have to make him expendable instead. But he's been producing in this latter part of the season. Jaden Hardy as well. Another guy just taking advantage of his opportunity. But yeah, man, it's good to see them get a wire to wire win like this. It's two teams pretty much in the same position, but that don't mean you got to lay down. It's possible to come out and play a good basketball game, regardless of the circumstances. So yeah, man, just glad they got off that losing streak because that was about to be tough.
Yeah, what's sad is this is about to be what the fourth time that we're here in the last couple of years with the 16 game losing streaks, which is ridiculous. I'm happy they did get 17, but Cardo, to your point about Reese, with Utah and Washington deciding what they've been doing this season with, and also with injuries, what have you, folks being out, he's doing what a big should do in games when people end up with non-bigs on the floor. He murdered them the first time they played him. I think he nearly had 2020 against Utah. That was the team he had 2018 against, I believe. And tonight it's 24-17. He took advantage of it. And you guys been talking about folks with their opportunities. That's somebody who's trying to put their bid in to be part of that big man rotation next year in some shape, form, or fashion. Um, but yeah, there's nothing to add with Will Riley. We've been saying it, and he's just been steadily showing why. Some of you folks that are out, I hope y'all all handle your business this summer. Um, hey man, it's hard to go. It's hard. It's gonna be very hard for them to tell him to come off the bench or limit his minutes in any way. Um, he's just a very well-rounded basketball player. Like he was, and yeah, he just keeps improving, man. Cardell, I thought that was a great point about Sharif Cooper as well. We see him kind of grow and get more comfortable throughout his opportunities throughout this season. So that's a plus for him. Um, the young fella, was it Henson on the Jazz that got going in the second half?
That's
Yeah,
good.
he really
Right.
got on one for a while. And then Cardell, you brought up the young kid from Yale before the game.
Yes.
Benga, there's a right, he's annoying as hell. That is a certified pest. Thoroughly enjoyed watching him harass people. Like he made sure Jaden Hardy understood real quick. You better pick it. You better pick a direction and go. There shall be there's no tween here. You tween, we go another way.
And that's his
It's
NBA.
just not happening. But go
That
ahead.
that was one of his NBA skills. That was one of the things that got him looked at. You know what I mean? So I think he was defensive player of the year in the Ivy League out of the year. So he's always been that. Even when he was a kid, young in high school, good counsel and on premier. You can count on that end. He gonna bring it on that end. So that's what's gonna keep him in the league.
There's always room for somebody that's willing to do that. All right, y'all. Player of the game for this one.
Yeah, gotta give it to Julian Reese.
Mhm.
Anytime you putting up Moses Malone type numbers, it warrants it.
Ain't no arguments for me. All right, Xfactor. Who'd you have?
Uh, I went Will Riley. Yeah, I mean he just complimented Reese perfectly. Just thinking about throwing Sharif in there as well, just for the way he finished the game. But I just went with Will. Double double, 19 to 10. Also 5 assists, only one turnover.
All right, Cardell, your X Factor.
I'm going with Cooper. At this point, I expect that out of Will, especially in this team that's kind of like on their level. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So what Cooper did, he literally was the difference in winning this game when the Jazz had seized momentum and on the road. The 17, 6, and 4 is fine, but I like the 7 to 12 from the field. And I like the couple steals too. You know what I mean? Like he was doing it in every facet of the game. and they needed it, especially in the fourth. They needed every bit of it, man. So think about it. Without his full quarter production, could have easily went back towards the Jazz easily. So gotta give him his props. But Will, I think he just passed that. He's past that level where it's like, all right, we can expect 15 and 9 and 5 or something like that every game because he's that good now.
Man, can't wait to see what that battle looks like next year on the wing. It's about to be disgusting. To see who gets minutes and not even factor in whatever the hell happens in the off season with the picks and whatnot. But again, this is a great way to start with the road trip. We'll see if they're able to replicate this. Up next, they have a stop against they stop in the Bay. They take on Golden State Friday evening. That's a later start time. It's 10 p.m. Eastern, so we see y'all Saturday morning to break down that one pretty much. But y'all have a good night and see y'all then. Always great to end the night with the Wizards win. It's the 17th of the year.